It's week 3 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jags and the Bills on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Carr now to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bills at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw his Carr. And this one is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Waiting on it will be Richie James. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 85 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Hurts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Michael Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's for the former Alabama man, Cameron Latu. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Oh, nice move. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Here's Carr to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 60 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Throwing now is Carr. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Now Carr again. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Wilson's got it complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Seven, our score after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That is caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. That's Darian Beavers bringing him down for the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this.
And he's going to go down again. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Hurts to throw. Olave over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
Straight ahead, ETN. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Hurts. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
That's caught at the 1. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. 2nd and goal from the 1. ETN is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Carr now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Terrell Bernard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's James returning. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. ETN up the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. To throw his Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Carr. There's Manhurts, the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kyler Murray, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man, Dell. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that will be incomplete as well. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That one goes for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And that's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They'll set up a throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Carr going to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That's complete to Dell. And the ball is knocked out. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. But the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Carr throwing quickly to Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. The 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That is caught by Dell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing now is Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Now Carr. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Michael Wilson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for two.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Open man is Kirk, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Second down and 4. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. He's been pretty good with his legs in this game. A really nice gain there. Defensively, they've been okay covering downfield, but you got to account for the quarterback, right?
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because normally when you play 11 on 11, it's truly not 11 on 11. Defensively, you don't account for the quarterback in the run game. You account for everyone else and hope that you can catch him before he gets to the first down marker. But as you noticed, he's been doing it a little bit. This time he saved his best for this run.
Saving one of his best for the fourth quarter. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Hurts. And fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now they run the option on second down. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this backed right on the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Carr. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
At the 28-yard line.
Carr. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Bills on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one taken in by Olave. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 3. Here's a give to Etienne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Down to about the 37.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Badgley's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This is Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Carr. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Well, the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's first down. Carr. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Throwing his Carr.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Boy, and congratulations there to Derek Carr. They're showing it on the scoreboard here. That last pass puts him over 40,000 passing yards for his career, and that is quite an accomplishment for the longtime Raider.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10.
One final try now for Carr.
Gets another one to Hockenson.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Jags, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.